Hi guys, it's Arlene from A Crafty Latina and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about all the Cricut machines. So yes, from the Joy to the Air 2 to the Maker. There's so many questions that I always get. It's like, this is my first machine, which is best? And honestly, I'm going to tell you, it's all personal preference depending on what exactly you're trying to do and to achieve with your crafting experience. So I personally started with the Air 2. When I started, the Joy and the Maker were not even created. They were not even part of an option for me to purchase. This actually has done everything that I've needed. I've had this machine now definitely maybe 4 years, and it's amazing. Everything that I've ever needed to do, this machine has done it. Why did I get the others? Because, you know, this was the newest thing and I wanted to sort of venture out into new materials. I don't do fabric, but I wanted to do puzzles. I wanted to try with the wood situation, engraving, things like that. That's why I bought this. And then of course my little Cricut Joy, the latest, I got this because I love taking this to travel when I go to my children's homes and do stuff with my grandkids. This is perfect for that. So I'm gonna go quickly through the things that one does over the other. So I'm gonna start with moving from smallest to middle to the latest. So the smallest and the latest, of course, is the Cricut Joy. I think it's $179 right now. You can do almost everything that you can with the Explorer Air 2 on the Cricut Joy. You can write with it. You can draw with it. You have you can do vinyl with it. You can do infusible ink with it. You can cut different materials with it. What you cannot do with this is you can't cut those materials that the Maker does. So there's no wood, there's none of, you know, fabric, none of that. You also cannot do print and cut with this. This cannot attach to your printer, and you cannot do print and cut. The other thing, as you can see by size, you're very limited. I believe it's like 5.5 inches, the max width on this that you can do. So if you have projects or things that you need to cut that are 12 inches, just know that this is not the machine for you. This is great if you're going to craft fairs, if you're doing just labels, if you're just doing cards, like birthday cards or cards, this is the one for you. If you have limited space, this is the one for you. The other thing I want you to know is the pens that fit the Air 2 and the Maker do not fit into the Joy. You have to get new materials. If you already have the Air 2 or the Maker, don't think that you're going to be able to interchange your pens, because the barrel of the Cricut Joy pens are a little thicker, they're a little wider, so it doesn't fit. You can use all the vinyls that you use for these machines, you can use here as well, but the Cricut Joy has special called Smart Vinyl that has a backing already. You don't need a mat for it, so that's materials. The other thing that this Cricut Joy does is you can cut up to 20 feet in length with the Cricut Joy. You cannot do that with these machines. 24 inches, I believe, is the largest that you can cut, the longest that you can cut on these two machines. So that's one differentiator for this machine. If there's something that you have that you want to cut a lot of, a repetitive pattern or something that's going to be really long, this is perfect. So if you travel, if you do craft fairs, if you're just doing cards or small projects, if this is a gift maybe for somebody who's just starting and delving into crafting, this is perfect. It is $179. So I think for $229, I think it's the price for, or $229 or $249 is the price for the Explorer right now. So everything that the Cricut Joy does, you can do on the Explorer. In addition to that, you have, you know, 12 inches that you can cut and make a project for. It's much bigger. It is faster. You can connect with Bluetooth or USB. For the Cricut Joy, you can only connect through Bluetooth. There's no USB adapter for Cricut Joy, only through Bluetooth. You can write, you can do drawing, you can cut mostly every material that you can think of. So if you're just doing vinyl, if you're doing iron-on projects, if you're doing paper projects, cards, flowers, things like that, and you know that you're not going to use engraving or cut wood, or you're not into fabrics and you're not sewing or things like that, then this is what I would go with. Because this really does everything that I need. It's very rare, and I know that everybody uses their Maker probably more than anything. Very rare that I turn this one on. I've done a couple of puzzles and things like that. I don't sew, so fabric is not my thing. if I need some deep scoring or something, then I go into this. But this little Explorer Air 2 here, this is really my go-to machine for everything. So now if you're the type of person that likes the latest, greatest, and has to have all the bells and whistles, whether you're going to use them or not, then this is what you would go for. This is the Cricut Maker. If this is your first machine and you're not really sure if the Joy is going to be it for you, because you may explore different things, or the Maker or the Air 2 is sufficient, then if you can afford it, it goes, I think it starts maybe at $349. Actually, probably even more. I think it's like $399 the last time I looked. This is the one for you then. This is the one that you should go for. If this is something that you're going to do professionally, if you're going to start a business, if you're going to really be committed to your craft, then I would definitely invest in this, because this is the one that Cricut in the future is going to focus on when it comes to new blades, when it comes to new updating maybe some capabilities in it or things like that. This is the one that they're going to continue to upgrade on. They're really not going to do much more on the Air 2. And the Cricut Joy, really, there's not a lot more features that you can add to the small machine. But this one is the one that they're going to continue to sort of work on and develop. So if you think that you're really going to be serious about your craft, and you know you have to make a great investment on something that's going to give you the ability to go from, you know, material A to material Z and run the gamut of everything that you can do, from engraving to cutting materials with the rotary blade to, you know, be able to do double scoring and things like that. This is the investment then. This is what I would go for. You can't go wrong. It does everything that all of these do and then some. So think of it as an investment. Yes, it's a lot of money, but if you're really committed to your craft, or if you're really committed to starting a business, then just think of it. It's a startup cost. When you start a business, it really is just part of, you know, the investments that you have to do to get your business running. And if you're serious about that, then you have to be serious about the materials and the equipment that you get, because, you know, your craft is only going to be as good as your equipment. So if you're a hobbyist, or, you know, quick crafts, or just something that you want to do with the kids or the grandkids, the Joy is perfect. If you're like in between, stuff you like to do for your home, or, you know, for friends and family, Air 2 works perfectly fine. But if you're serious about your craft and your business, or you really are redecorating your home, your friends' homes, or other people, and you really want to try every product there is out there, then I suggest you go with the Cricut Maker. You can't go wrong with it. And I'm going to link to the bottom on the Cricut site, and it's going to show you all of between the three machines side by side, and all of the capabilities and the comparison on what they do and what they can't do. So that's it. I hope this is helpful. Just know I love all three, because each one, you know, does something that I needed to do. This is perfect for travel. This is when I do puzzles or difficult projects or thicker material, and this is my go-to for everyday paper projects and decor and things like that. So I love all of my machines. If you have all three, I know you love them too. If this is your first time buying a Cricut machine, and you can afford it, and you can do a bundle, or you can do, I would say go with the Cricut Maker, because you can't go wrong. You're never going to have regrets. You can't say, oh, I should have gotten the Cricut Maker because I really wanted to do X, or I got the Explorer, but I really wanted to see what I can do with wood. If you buy this one, then you'll have no regrets, because you can do all of that and then some. All right. Like if you found this of value, subscribe so you don't miss my future videos, and I will see you next time. It's Arlene from A Crafty Latina. Have a great day.